Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying, to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, Akim and the Aqua that's listening in, Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that this lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shabab One back at you with another lesson. Title of this lesson is going to be called The Whole Bible is Racist. All right. I was having a discussion with a complete bug out, all right, that didn't agree with what I was saying on how these little hats and how they pretty much stole our identity, see, and it was probably coming out the way it did because this person was a little hat. Well, it wasn't a little hat, but was claiming to be, you know, of that background, right? On top of that, this person was drawing pictures of so-called Salakia was drawing pictures of Ham, Shem, and Japhet. And when the pictures were drawn, they were all drawn as so-called white men. And when I seen that shit, I was like, hell nah. I had to say something, and I was like, I let them know that, do you know that the true that Shem and Ham are not, were not of that color. They were truly dark-skinned men at the time, and they were like, nah, what do you mean? And that's how I got into the whole conversation of, that our identity got stolen, that everything has been whitewashed and all that, But then they came back and said, well, that's a little racist, don't you think? And that's when I came out and said, well, pretty much the whole Bible is racist, which it is. The whole Bible is racist. Why is the whole Bible racist? Because it is, the whole time in the Bible, it is explaining how the Lord only has love for his people, a particular people. You see, everybody else is nothing. Everybody else is nothing onto Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. Everybody's just there. You see? So that will make the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai racist because he's only for a particular people. All right. Who is he only for? He is only for Israel, man. All right. That's the only nation that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has love for, has care for. Everybody else, they beat. It's that simple. See, you got the so-called white man that was created to be that vessel of dishonor. All right. And you got Jacob, which is Israel. All right. So you have to understand Jacob's name turned to Israel later. All right. After he had wrestled the angel. All right. Which Israel means he is a prince of power. All right. He is only here to save Israel, man. As a matter of fact, let me get that real quick too. This is Romans 9, 20. says 19, Salakia, 9 and 19. That will say unto me, why does he yet find fault? Or who has resisted his will? Nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against Yahweh? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made thus? You know, and that's a cut on those people that always be like, oh, you know, there's no way the Lord could be like that. You know, why would he do that? You know, why would he do this? Why would he do that? You know, why would he make it this way or make it not this way? Why would he not equally love everybody? Hey, it just said what? All right, it said, nay, but oh man, who art thou that replies against me, against Yahweh Salakia? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Right? Matter of fact, on the phone, bring it out of that NLT also. All right? You can't reply to the Heavenly Father in that fashion, man. It is what it is. He made it the way he made it because that's the way he wanted it. See, he has the power to do whatever he wants. All right? Let me read that real quick in the NLT, and it says, no, don't say that. Who are you, a mere human being, to argue with Yahweh? Should the thing that was created say to the one who created it, why have you made me like this? You know, that's clear right there. You can't even argue anything with that the way life is, man. All right. But continuing on, it says, has not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? NLT says, when a potter makes jars of clay, doesn't he have a right to use the same lump of clay to make one jar for decoration and another to throw garbage into it? Ooh. See? So it is what it is. It's formed the way, everything is the way it is in the society because that's the way Yahweh Hashem Yahushua wanted it, right? But continuing on, it says, what if Yahweh, willing to show his wrath and make his power known, endured with much long suffering, and the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? All right. And that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory. Yeah, and that's going into the Israelites, man. All right. Those Israelites were chosen to be that glory, that vessel of honor. All right. Esau, Edom was made to be that vessel of dishonor. All right. And then the rest of these other nations is just in the picture. All right. Let me get this real quick. Let's get it from 2 Peter's 2 and 9. So like it's 1 Peter's. It says, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who called you out of darkness, you see, and into the marvelous light. So we're that chosen generation, that chosen people, right? When you go into that word peculiar, man, it goes into his valued property, all right? His prized possession. All right, that's why we are at the bottom, and we were hit with all them curses, and we're constantly in chastisement because we are Yahweh Bashim Yahushua's chosen people, right? The Israelites only, right? So, continuing on, matter of fact, let me get Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right? The Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, thy power has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. You see? We're upon all the other nations. We are higher than all these other nations. Right? So since I was just in Romans, let me go back to Romans. Nine and 4. All right. Matter of fact, I'll start at 3. And it says, for I could wish that myself were accursed from Yahushua Mashiach, for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of Yahweh and the promises, whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Yahushua HaMashiach came, who is over all, Yahweh blessed forever. Amen. See? Shalom, brother Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakatah. All right. So again, it's showing you that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua only chose a certain people to be higher than everybody else. The law, statutes, and commandments were given unto Israel. All right. You had the promises that were given unto Israel. Okay. The adoption. Okay. All these things is only for Israel. All right. Because you got these bug outs when they, they read John 3:16. They don't have no understanding to that, man. They understand, they think it's speaking of the world, that everyone's going to be saved. No, that word world goes into the word cosmos, man. All right. Where it's talking about a certain group, a certain nation at the time. All right. That the world was for us only. That's why it tells you that the world be created for our sakes. You see, the world was created for our sakes, man. Second. This is Second Ezra 6:59. Second Ezra 6:59. Oh shit! I forgot to get some gas. That trip. I have to run on faith on that one. Sure. That's Second Ezra 6:59, and it says, start at 50. Matter of fact, might as well just bring this out. Yeah, let me start it at 56. All right, to show you that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua only cared for his people. All right, it says 6:56. As for the people which also came of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. You see, these other nations are considered as nothing to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. They are considered to be spittle. All right, spittle ain't even worth the loogie. So that goes to show that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua only cares for a particular people, man. All right, and then it says, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathens, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. But we, thy people, all right, meaning the Israelites, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, you see, because the world was created for our sakes, man. All right. Why do we not possess the inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? All right. So it's to prove that, all right, these other nations are nothing. They're considered as spittle, all right, and that the world was created for our sakes. Why you think Yahweh Bashim Yahushua clearly said, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated? That sounds racist to me. You see? He's telling you clearly that he hates a certain nation. All right? And he has power over making whatever he wants. You see? So all that, you know, God has love for everybody, that's out the window. He just clearly said, Jacob has he loved and Esau has he hated. All right? Heck, let me get second Isaiah. Isaiah 40 and 15. It says, behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing. And Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beast thereof sufficient for a burnt sacrifice. All nations before him are as nothing. They are counted to him less than nothing and vanity. All right, going again, telling you that these other nations ain't nothing, man. They're not. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua not thinking of y'all, man. All right, you can pray all you want. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua not listening. All right, your prayers are all abominations. Okay. Gas house on the damn Parkway. It's lucky. Let me go into Psalms 94. Woo, here goes that light. Psalms 94. No, I ain't getting gas out here too. I'm mad. Fucking $4 for some gas out here. All right, this is 94. This is Psalms 94 and 14. And it says, for the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, will not cast off his people, neither will he forsake his inheritance. You see? He will not forsake his people or cast off his inheritance, man. All right? Salakia, vice versa. He will not cast off his people, all right? And he will not forsake his inheritance. And who's his inheritance? Who is his people, man? Israel. All right? Matter of fact, it tells you that in Romans 11. Romans 11 and start at 1, and it says, I say then, has Yahweh cast away his people? Yahweh forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. All right? And this is talking about Paul. All right? And it says, Yahweh has not cast away his people, which he foreknew. What ye know not what the scripture saith of Elias, how he maketh intercession to Yahweh against Israel, saying, Lord, they have killed thy prophets and digged down thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. All right. So, point is that too, where it says Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has not cast away his people, which he foreknew. You see, he has not cast. And you know, you got people that'll say that people are done away with, things like that. That's false, man. Because Ecclesiasticus 4:18 tells you what, that there's no end of all people. So if there's no end of all people, that means that all these nations, all 19 nations, because they'll try to tell you there's 95 nations that are in the world today. No, this is according to the scriptures, there's only 19 nations, and we all come from one of those, right? Which we all descend from either Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Okay? So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has not cast away his people. And again, he's only dealing with one particular people. So absolutely that the Bible is racist. All right? Matter of fact, let me get that word, racist. Definition of racist. Let's see what it says. It says prejudice against or antagonistic toward a person or people on the basis of their membership in a particular racial or ethnic group. All right. Typically one that is a minority or marginalized. You see? But yeah, he's prejudiced against the rest of these people because he's only antagonistic toward a person or people on the basis of a racial, of a certain group. All right. And that goes into what? Him only loving his elect, his people, Israel. All right. And all these other nations ain't nothing, man. And then a lot of people will come out and say, well, why did they create the rest of the people? Well, hey, he needed extras in the movie. That's how it is. It's that simple. All right. So, continuing on. This is Isaiah. Isaiah 54. This is Isaiah 54. And start at 4. It says, fear not, for thou shalt not be ashamed, neither be thou confounded, for thou shalt not be put to shame, for thou shalt forget the shame of thy youth, and shalt not remember the reproach of thy widowhood anymore. For thy maker is thy husband. All right. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name. And thy Redeemer and the Holy One of Israel, the power of the whole earth shall he be called. For the Lord has called thee as a woman forsaken and grieved in spirit, and the wife of youth when thou was refused, saith thy power. For a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee. See, and that's for a moment. It says a moment he has forsaken us. And we sitting here thinking we sitting here thinking it's been forever. Yeah, because when we live in a place like this, and a place that's so wicked, of course it's gonna feel like it's forever. It feels like it's never ending. But Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said it's only been for a moment that he has forsaken us. But he will gather us together, which he's doing right now as we speak. And you got to remember, 1,000 years is one day to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, so the time frames is different. All right. It says, in a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment, but with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, thy Redeemer. You see, on who? He gonna have mercy on who? Israel. That's it. He's only gonna have mercy upon our people, man. Let me get Psalms. Psalms 149. I mean, not 149, Salakia. Salakia, let me park this real quick. All right. This is 147, Psalms 147 and 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He has not dealt so with any nation. As for his, is he the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai? You see, he has not dealt so with any nation other than Israel. That's the only nation he's dealing with and is going to continue to deal with. And we are the chosen people to rule over the earth, man. All right. Starting with Yahushai. Okay. Let's go to Amos 2. I'll start at 1. It says, hear this word. This is 3 and 2. Amos. I'll start at 1. Hear this word that the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. You see, out of all the families of the earth, we are the only ones that are known to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Again, showing you straight racism, man. All right. He is only for one people. All right. When in racism today in this society, a racist would be considered what? Let's just say a racist would be an Edomite only loving his kind, only loving his people. All right. And the rest he don't care about. He dislike them. Well, it's the same thing here. You see, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai only likes one particular group, one particular nation, Israel. The rest are history. All right. This is matter of fact, let me get that. I'll end it with that. This is First Samuel. First Samuel 12. First Samuel 12 and 22. And it says, for the Lord Yahweh will not forsake his people for his great name's sake, because it has pleased the Lord to make you his people. Ooh. All right. Matter of fact, let me get that from the NLT. The Lord Yahweh will not abandon his people, because that would dishonor his great name. For it has pleased the Lord to make you his very own people. You see? Straight up. That's the only people, all right, that are that's the only nation that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is dealing with, man. All right. Only Israel. All right. So Lord willing, the lesson was edifying. That's the point. Shalom, brother. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Barakatah. All right. I seen you call Salaki. I was in a rush out of the door. But you know, Lord willing, it was edifying. Let me knock all these off real quick. You know, Colleen Webster, Erica Benson. All right, cool. But Lord willing, it was edifying. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, call Elohim Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom.